All right, it is Thursday, February 22nd, 2024, and from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, Marshal Manlove from Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports. This being a special interview edition of our show, and shortly we will meet some young swimmers from Concord High School in Wilmington, Delaware. They had a very successful conference championship, getting prepared to compete in the state championships here in Delaware. But before we meet them, just a couple of notes. First of all, this is brought to you today by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. If you would like a funny, fascinating, and memorable experience for a party or an event that you're having, please consider my stage hypnosis show, details about which you can find at MarshalManlove.com. And special thanks go out to my friends at Jazzercise in Newark, Middletown, and Elkton, Maryland. They help promote the show by posting up links to the videos, so I'm happy to promote them in return. Please visit Jazzercise.com, and also please visit AspireWellnessNow.com. They have a cold plunge therapy pod there, and find out how it can help you as an athlete. It's AspireWellnessNow.com. They are in Newark, Delaware, on Kirkwood Highway. And now, hopefully, when I press this next button, my guests will appear. I'm on a roll so far. I haven't made any mistakes, but that streak can end at any time. Oh, there they are. All right. From Concord High School in Wilmington, Delaware, we have a few members of the girls and boys swimming team and their head coaches. Let's begin with introductions. Let's start from, okay, so I'm looking, let's see how I'm going to do. Sandy, let's start with you. Introduce yourself, and we'll work clockwise from there.
Hi, I'm Coach Wermus. I am the proud swim coach of our girls swim team here at Concord.
I'm Anna.
What's your last name, Anna?
Anna Waid.
Okay.
I'm Emily Lynch. I'm a senior at Concord.
Okay.
I'm Carson Grier. I'm a senior here at Concord. And I'm Matthew Hoops. I'm the coach of the boys swim team.
All right. Well, welcome. Thanks for making time. I know a few other people might not be able to make it. They're invited. We'll introduce them if and when they come in. So congratulations. And here comes one now.
Right over.
All right. Just have a seat there. And then introduce yourself there, young man.
I'm Charlie Bramble. I'm a senior. Like cross country, swim, and lacrosse.
Okay. All right. Got those answers to that question out of the way before I even asked it. Fantastic. All right. All right. So the Raiders had a very successful Blue Hen Conference championship this year. Girls, first place. Guys, second place. And a couple records along the way. And then the state preliminaries were for whom last night? Was it boys last night? And then how did you guys do last night in preliminaries? Carson, Charlie?
I think we did pretty good. I think the majority of the team who went made finals. It was really big. It's top 16 in the state. So we're really pushing for that. And we also got a lot of PRs and relays as well, right there from you.
Okay. And Carson, what events did you qualify for finals?
I was in both the medley and the 400 freestyle relay, and then the individuals for the 100 back and the 100 freestyle.
Okay, so 4 events for you. You'll be swimming in for championships. And now, who just joined us here?
My name's Ryan.
Ryan, what's your last name, Ryan?
Ryan Langrehr.
Langrehr.
Senior.
Thanks for making it. And how'd you do at preliminaries last night, Ryan?
I did pretty good. I made consolation finals in one of my events.
Okay.
And 2 relays.
Okay. And which relays?
The 200 freestyle relay and the 400 freestyle relay.
Okay. And then Charlie, how'd you do?
I did well. I was seated first in the 50 free. I gained some time, but I'm ranked seated 4th overall for finals. And I believe I'm going. I did 3 relays as well, and we made top 16 in all of those.
Congratulations. All right. So, what are the team prospects for the boys overall? Now, of course, Salesianum, perennially dominant in there, won tons of state championships. But how do you think the Raiders will be able to compete against them?
I mean, our medley beat their medley, right? Am I wrong about that?
I think they dropped.
I think they dropped.
They dropped.
So Sally's, you said it perennially, they are the best team in the state of Delaware. They have, they're coached by a great guy, Japanik, and they always seem to have a squad that just is 4 deep in every single individual event, and all their relays always make it back to finals. So they're very difficult to compete with when you have 1,500 boys, but our boys are able to, we took 8, 6 are returning. We'll throw everything we have at everybody. So we're just gonna drop the hammer on Saturday morning and just go to work on whatever we can and try to drop as much time, score as many points as possible, and see where it all plays out.
Awesome. And then, ladies, the Blue Hen Conference champions. There, you're going to compete tonight. And Anna, what events are you competing in?
100 free and 50 free, and the medley relay and the 200 free relay.
Now, you both broke school records, if I'm not mistaken, at conferences. Tell me what they were. I mean, I have them in front of me, but to just kind of skim through all this right now, I'd have a little bit of a hard time trying to find it because I have the whole list of results here. So, Anna, what was your results and event that you broke a record in?
I broke a record from 2002 for the 50 free.
That's a tough event to break a record in, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like the 500. Do you swim that by any chance?
Not much.
Okay, yeah. I don't
She
know why you
swims
would.
all the events.
Yeah,
but
gotcha. So it's a little easier to shave maybe some time off a 500 yard record, but very tough for 50. So what is the new record there at the school that you set? What's the time?
24.8, I think.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And then Emily, how about you?
Well, I broke the 100 back record, but I broke that last year, so I broke my own record this year. I went like a minute last year, and this year I went a 58.8.
Oh, wow. Awesome. And what events are you two ladies going to, are you qualified to swim in tonight for the States?
So tonight I'm swimming the 100 back, 2 IM, and then also like Anna, I'm swimming the medley and 2 free relay.
Awesome. So Sandy, tell me a little bit about these young ladies there.
So we have 9 that will be going tonight to swim and compete in states. We are very proud of all of them. These 2 were 2 of the girls that broke school records for us that had been long-standing prior to Emily breaking it last year, and then of course a 22-year-old record for Anna this year. Both records of which I remember watching be made years ago. So I am really proud of these girls. I think that they have worked very hard at a sport they're very passionate about and are ready to compete at the state level. And I'm excited to see them throw down tonight and, just watch all the excitement of all the swimmers that have put so much time and energy into the season. And I think that our team should fare pretty well. We are, we're seated well, they are prepared, they're ready. So I'm excited to see, what happens.
So what schools are going to be your main competition at state here this weekend?
Well, there are a number of really great schools for swimming right now for the girls. I know Ursuline is top notch, and St. Mark's is always a standout competitor. And of course, you have the returning other schools. For us this year in the Blue Hen Conference, we also had Middletown, where you're from, was a really, really strong competitor for us. They pushed us to be our best, and hopefully we pushed them to be their best. But the 2 teams had a great competition. And then I would say the rest of the teams in the Blue Hen Conference, you also have our sister school Brandywine, and Mount Pleasant was really strong this year as well, both sister schools. And we had teams that just really improved all around, which made the entire competitive field that much stronger. And so again, we had to really improve in order to win, and I was just so happy for them that they stepped up and did so.
It's kind of interesting over the decades I've been doing this now to watch where the success kind of transfers all around the school in all the different sports. And you talk about the now Concord, Brandywine, and Mount Pleasant having strong seasons. What do you two coaches attribute that shift of competitive abilities to here in the Brandywine district?
I would say we're lucky in the North Brandywine Swim League. We have a summer league team that feeds a lot of the 3 schools that we coach at in the Brandywine School District. The league itself allows swimmers to become competitive and then find out if swimming is their thing, and then they can choose to improve that by going to the different club teams that we have available to us in the area, and then it makes it a lot more competitive when the students stay within the Brandywine School District, and our school's success both academically and athletically have made that possible for the last couple of years, which is nice. We've gotten a good solid core group of athletes come through.
And I think that we have a number of very strong competitive clubs in the area too that, they feed all of the swimming programs. We're fortunate that we have 3 pools in our district and that our district supports us in that. And so we have the ability for these kids to practice, and then also their clubs use our pools as well. So the community benefits, and we love this sport. We're just so happy that our area between the summer swimming and our district have these opportunities.
So I asked that question in particular because I'm going to tell a brief story, which is going to get to a point where I'm going to then kind of shift the direction of the gist of this conversation to the athletes because of an article that just came out here recently. So about, 20 years ago or so, I'm down at Cape Henlopen. I'm covering some event, and I'm looking from where I was on top of a press box, and I see this little parade of lacrosse players. They're like 5, 6 years old, 7 years old, and they're holding these little sticks, these little lacrosse sticks, right? And it's like a platoon, like a military platoon, and they're marching these kids. And I said, you have to get the sticks in these kids' hands at young ages like that. Well, fast forward another decade or so, and the field hockey and lacrosse programs down there become like dynasties for both boys and girls. So now you think that's like a real young age to get to have kids that competitive and all. It obviously has paid off. But there was this article that just came out that was talking about how participation in high school sports is down around here. So my question for all the athletes is, what are you hearing amongst yourselves that you think might be a contributing factor to the lack or the diminishing participation in sports?
Well, I started competitive swimming when I was around like 5 or 6, and I will say as you get older and move through programs, people kind of like wean out, people fall off, have different interests in different sports. But I think just as you get older, people have different focuses. People want to focus on school, different sports, and that just kind of, it leaves the more competitive swimmers and the people who really want to focus on swimming. But definitely as we get older, I've seen in my own program, people I train with kind of falling out of sports and falling out of like their interest for sports as they get older.
Anybody else want to add onto that?
Yeah. I would agree with that. I think burnout is definitely a problem for people who start sports when they're very young and they continue at a competitive level their whole time. And then a lot of people in high school, as Emily said, find other interests, and to be able to be like a multi-sport athlete or, you know, be in a music program, it requires a lot of like diligence and time management. And a lot of kids might want to just focus on one thing that piques their interest rather than, you know, being in sports and the music program and after school clubs as well.
Coaches, any thoughts about that?
I definitely think this specialization has hurt numbers because you don't have as many people being a multi-sport athlete, which as a phys ed teacher, I really believe in. I think that that's important for the athlete, I think, to even reach their full potential. Getting out there doing a multitude of things is healthy for their body and also will, I think, help them progress in whatever sport they eventually choose to focus on. But I think that has played an impact, as both of our athletes have mentioned. And I think too that, you know, I'm excited that we have so many opportunities for them. We have more sports than we ever had when we were in high school. So I think that also lessens the number, you know, involved in any one particular activity. Because I think we have a good looking at my athletic director, I think we have a large number of our student population as athletes here, 400, right? Yeah, so we have 400 out of 1,000 students participating in sports.
Wow.
That's not a small number.
No.
I would like to grow that even more just because I think the lessons you get from sports are so important. But we also offer, what's our number of spring sports? 13 different spring sports? I think we have at least 13 spring sports, if not more, that we offer to split that, you know, divide.
Yeah, that's a lot.
13.
And I would like to add to that of the 32 boys swimmers, and you said how the numbers are down in the state, I can tell you that our boys swim team has not been down for the last 15 years, and we average between like 28 and 32 swimmers a year, and that's an enormous team considering we fill a school bus. And it's probably intimidating when we get off the school bus and I'm surrounded by these young men who are forces of nature, and we keep going. But a lot of them are multi-sport athletes, as Charlie and Ryan spend time doing other things. And I only have 2 swimmers on the team that are dedicated solely just to swimming. So they get to move throughout different sports, which means when it's the end of the swim season, they're ready to move on to their next sport. They're not as burned out by swimming. And I think that that's a big indicator of burnout in sport, is if you do the same sport all the time. But we have large numbers in a lot of our different sports that we give opportunity for people that they might not get in another sport. And I know that we are an inclusive group, a very inclusive group as a swim team, and they improve. And that's what our goal is, improvement. They don't all have to compete at the same level. We want them obviously to be safe in the water, and we want them to be included in the program and to get faster throughout the year, and they do it. And that's what we ask, and they get it done.
All right, just a couple more questions here. I know you have to get back to class and teach class and take class and all that kind of stuff. So the next one would be about the role of nutrition for high school swimmers these days as compared to how it was maybe 10 or 20 years ago. Now, you wouldn't know what it's like 10 or 20 years ago. The coaches can help, but
Tell them what we did.
yeah.
What? Pecan.
Well, I think I've generally eaten healthy throughout my entire life. I mean, food is fuel. So, and I want to be the best athlete I can be. So I give my body the best fuel can be. But sometimes, not depending on school lunches, but I eat 2 lunches because how many calories we burn.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a team, sometimes we might get food together or something like that. I think eating is personal and it's based off of every individual household.
Yeah, it has to be tailored to the individual for sure, no doubt about that. So it does play a more substantial role than it had probably 20 years ago. I remember talking to competitive, successful swimmers a very long time ago too, and it was very important. All sorts of scientific terms that I couldn't repeat here and now because I'm just not that smart. But when you talk about tracking your calories and all that kind of stuff, that it starts there, right? Perhaps.
Yeah.
I personally think in terms of nutrition, calories is a big thing. As Carson said, I also get 2 lunches a day, which costs extra money. So it's a bit frustrating, but if I don't buy 2 lunches, I don't have enough energy, for practice. I mean, I'm a big guy and we burn a lot of calories in swimming. For like what you're eating aspect, I mean, as Coach Hoop said, we have a wide range of competitiveness on the swim team. So some people just do it for fun and therefore don't really care as much about what goes into their body. But some of our more competitive swimmers try to like cut down on the junk food, make sure they're getting all the different food types in.
It sounds to me like you might be a captain of this team. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. I can definitely tell. You have leadership abilities there, no doubt about that. Now, is everybody here a senior? Right?
Everyone but
Yeah,
Anna.
everyone but Anna.
Everyone but Anna? Okay, so seniors, and maybe you too, Anna. What grade are you in, Anna?
Sophomore.
A sophomore. Okay, probably not you yet. For the rest of you, are you swimming in college or playing any other sport in college? And if so, are you committed anywhere?
I'm planning to swim in college. I'm not committed anywhere yet, but
Okay.
I'm hoping to like walk onto a team.
Okay.
I've been.
You want to swim onto a team, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
I've been contacted by like D3 and D2 colleges, but I do plan on swimming in college. I have a ride to ASU, so I hope.
What, Arizona State?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. It's awesome.
As for me, I'm going to University of Richmond. They don't have a boys swim team as far as I know. So in terms of sports, I'll probably just be doing exercise. They have a intramural water polo team, which I'm interested in.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, that would be fun. That'd be fun.
I'm likely going to UD, where I probably won't club swim, but I'm thinking about playing club ice hockey. I've played ice hockey all my life, and
Oh, cool.
I might continue it there.
Awesome. Anna, what do you think your future holds for you here in the next couple of years?
Not really sure. I haven't really thought about that.
It's all right. You just want to get through this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Day at a time, race at a time. Yeah, that's a good way to take it. All right, what am I missing here? Fill in any blanks for me. If anybody wants to say hello to anybody else on the team, because there's other people who are going to help you as a team compete this weekend on top of your individual events, of course. Feel free to say hello, mention any of them, fill in any blanks for me.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how everyone does tonight. We have 9 girls, right? Yeah, so we have us, and then we have 2 other girls in our relay. We have Nora Ellis, Fee, Elizabeth Merlot, Lily Belair, Sarah Johnson, and Ava Cremidas is diving. She wasn't able to be with us today. And Rhea Tribbett and
So now I'm trying to think
I don't
who
wanna
we've
leave anyone.
missed. We don't want to leave anyone out.
Right.
So we have 9 girls going. We have our medley relay that consists of obviously Emily, Nora, Fee, and Anna. We have our 200 free relay that is a similar group, but Elizabeth Merlot is also in that. And then our 400 free relay with Rhea, Elizabeth, Sarah Johnson, and Lily Belair. And then we also have Ava Cremidas in diving. And then, did I say everyone? That's fine, thank you. Just want to make sure we didn't miss anyone.
excited to see how everyone does.
Awesome. Guys?
And we're excited for the boys to come back. We're hoping we're returning 6 of the 8 that swam last night, and we're just proud to get to swim with these guys. year after year, proud of everything they do, all the hard work they put in. They're involved in so many different things that sometimes it's difficult to make decisions on what you're going to accomplish because of music, arts, jobs, things like that. But they seem to pull it out every year. I'm proud to coach these guys. So.
And I'm really proud we have such a strong academic. They are true student athletes. They are very, very strong academically, in addition to being involved in the multitude of clubs that we offer here at Concord. So, proud they took time to be a part of our team for swimming.
Well, it's awesome. And it's good to see that they have good leaders in you two coaches there too. It starts at the top there for sure. And I know your AD is somewhere in the background, and he's a good guy too. And
Yes. Larry Jacobs is awesome.
Yep. And that's why you're having that success there. And I wish you continued success. The State Swimming and Diving Championships this weekend, it's a very exciting event. I haven't been able to get there because I'm doing other things, but it's also a very tough ticket to get to watch too. It's always sold out, and it's very exciting. It can sometimes elicit chills down the spine when you see the reactions to everything that's happening, both in the stands but poolside as well. So congratulations on your success in the Blue Hen Conference Championships, your records, and I hope the best for you this particular weekend. I'll be rooting for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Please wave goodbye to our growing fan base here at Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports. I'm going to hit end meeting for all. Thanks to everybody for taking some time to talk with me here today. And again, have a great day, continued success, and we're out. Thank you.
Thank you, Marshall. Thank you.
Thank
So that's the Concord Raiders swimming and diving team, Blue Hen Conference champions here on their way to the state championships here in Delaware. Preliminaries were last night and tonight, and then the championships on Saturday at the University of Delaware in Newark. It's head coach Matt Hoops and Sandy Wermus. Would you like to recommend some athletes and their coaches perhaps to come have a conversation with me? Reach out to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. If you have any items of interest to share, same address scrolling across the screen there, mysportsreports@gmail.com. I'm Marshal Manlove, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my time to sign off and get some lunch. Yeah, time for lunch. I don't get 2 lunches like a couple of those swimmers do. I don't burn off the calories that they have an opportunity to do so. I have no desire either. I probably would sink. So that's it. I'm gone.